Hey kids, welcome back to Learn with Maktoum. In the last video of second standard maths, we have started with the numbers, right? We discussed how to write the numbers from 1 to 100, yes, and placing the numbers in tens and units place, yes, and also we saw how to write the expanded form of a given number and also how to convert the expanded number into a short number, right? So today in this video we are going to see the further concepts and also we will try to cover the textbook problems. Okay, so without no wasting time, let's start. So today we will start with the first concept, that is smallest and greatest number. Smallest and greatest number. Greatest, sometimes it is also called as biggest. Okay, smallest and biggest number. So consider two numbers now. Okay, 5, 7. Okay, so now what do you mean by this? Among these two numbers you have to tell me which is the smallest and which is the biggest. How you will come to know? So you can do it in two ways. You can consider any objects. For example, say you have chocolates. So 5 chocolates if you consider. 5, and here how many? 7. So here 7 chocolates, here 5 chocolates. So where do you have more chocolates? This side. So 7 will be the biggest one. And where do you have less chocolates? 5. So 5 will be the smallest one. Okay. The second way is that you can write the numbers. Okay. Now point out the numbers given here. So 5 is given and 7 is given. So here the number which comes first will be the smaller one. Okay, the number which comes first. So here 5 is coming first, so this is the smallest one. The number which comes next will be the biggest one. Okay, understood? Okay, let me give you one more example. Say 3 and 8. So tell me which is the smallest one here. 3 comes first, so 3 will be the smallest one. Then the biggest one will be 8. Clear with this concept? Okay. So this is all about single digit. Consider the two digits now, like 12 and 53. So which is the biggest one here? So 12 and 53. In the numbers, which number will come first? First comes the 12. So that will be what? Smallest. And 53 comes next. So that will be the biggest. Understood? So this is what you have to remember for smallest and greatest. We will also solve textbook problems later. Now the next concept is arranging the numbers in ascending order and descending order. Ascending and descending order. First let us see how to arrange the numbers in ascending. So what do you mean by this ascending here is, so you are going to arrange the numbers from smaller number to bigger number. That is what arranging the numbers in ascending. Descending means you will start writing the bigger number first and it will goes on to decrease to smaller number. Okay, understood? So let us solve some examples, then you will come to know. Okay kids, so here I have considered one example. So here they are given sequence of numbers. Okay, they are randomly arranged. So now we have to arrange them in ascending and descending. Okay, so what I said, in ascending you should start with the smaller number. So here in these numbers, which is the smallest one? 20, 30, 15, 9 and 25. Which is the smallest one? That is 9. First you are going to write the smaller number in ascending, right? Then the next number will be bit bigger than this. So after 9, which is the next bigger one? That is 15. Then after 15, 20. Then after 20, 25. Then 30. Okay, so to write the descending, you can follow the rule, that is first you are going to write the biggest one, first biggest, then second biggest, like that you are going to write. So which is the first biggest number? 30. Then 25 is the second one, then 20, then 15, and lastly the 9, which is the smallest one, right? Okay, so here the thing is that whenever you write one form of arrangement, the next form of arrangement is simple. For example, you have written only the ascending one. So how to write the descending is, you can write the reverse order of this. You can see first 30, then 25, then 20, then 15, then 9, right? So whenever you write one form, if you reverse that, you're going to get the next form. Understood? Okay, let me consider one more example. Okay, so try to write this in ascending form. So which is the smallest one? 20. After 20, which is the next smallest? 25. After that, 45. Then 50. Then comes 65. Okay, to write the descending, you can write the reverse of this. Descending order. First write 65, then write 50, then write 45, then 25, and then 20. Clear with this ascending and descending order? Okay. Now, the last concept is number line. Okay, what is this number line? So number line is nothing but it is a representation of numbers using a straight line. So if you take your scale, yes, or the ruler, so on the ruler you can see there will be certain points. It is starting from 0, then there is something called as 1, then again 2, 3, 4, 5. So your ruler is nothing but a number line presentation. Okay, so if you consider a line, at certain points we are going to mark the numbers. So 0, after 0, if you see your scale carefully, so there will be certain points, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 a bit larger, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th one will be longer. So this one will be 1. So what do you mean by this is, so each point will be like 0.1. So it will be 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4, 0 0.5. Then 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1. Then again 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. So 2. Clear with that? So like this you can have n numbers of n numbers on the number line. This is on the right side of the 0. So if you consider the left side of 0, the same numbers will be represented in negative form. Okay, here whatever the numbers you are going to see, the same numbers will be there with the opposite sign. It means here nothing is there, means plus will be there. So here opposite of plus will be minus. So plus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay, so on the right hand side whatever the numbers will come, those are called as positive numbers or positive integers, and whatever the numbers comes on the left side of the 0 are called as negative integers. Okay, so in the exam they may tell you to represent 5 on number line. So how to represent 5 on number line? So draw a line, take, so after 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will come here. So this is what you are going to encircle. Okay. So whatever the operations you are going to perform like addition, subtraction, that can also be represented using number line. So consider an example like 5 plus 2. So now 5 is there, plus 2 they are saying. So 5 plus 1 plus 2. So that will be 7. So this is how you are going to represent the addition. So you will start from here. 5 plus 2 they are saying 1, 2. So that is what the answer, 7. If you consider 5 minus 2, then you're going to go back, right? 5 minus 1 minus 2. So this is what? 3. Clear with this? Okay. So this completes the explanation for all the concepts. So let us try to solve the textbook problems from the beginning. Okay. So that will be a revision for you. Okay. So let's start.
Okay, kids, so let us see the textbook wise how it is given in the textbook. Lesson number 2, numbers. Okay, so we already written the numbers, right? Hope you know that 0 to 99. Now there are some questions which you have to answer. What is the number next to 19? So after 19, you will be writing 20, right? So that is what the answer given. Now, what is the number next to 28? Now you have written 28. What will be the next number? 29, right? So that you have to write in the box. Okay, the same we have tried for the remaining numbers like 44. After 44, the next number is what? 45. Is it so? Then what is the number next to 58? That is 59. Okay, hope you are going to write for the remaining 3 boxes. Okay, good. Now, fill in the blanks with the correct number. So here what they have given, 19, 20, then 2 blank space, then 23, then one more blank space, then 25. So here you have tried the missing number, 19, 20, then 21, then comes your 22, then they have given 23, then 24, then they have given 25. Hope you understood how to write this. Then next, after 34, next is what? 35, then 36, then 37, then 38, 39, 40. Okay, clear with this? Like that, write the remaining. Now, match the following by drawing lines. Now, one side they have given the numbers in the words and then they have given that number. We have to match that word with the correct number. One example they have given 47. So 47 will be written as 47, right? 47 that they have given here. Next comes your 19. So where is 19 here? This one. So you have to draw a line to this. Clear with that? Then 24. 24. Where can you see this number? Here. So match this. Then comes your 85. 85. Where can you see this number? Here. So 85. Okay, kids. So like that, do the remaining 4 as your homework. Okay. Now write the following numbers in words. Okay, so this one also hope you can do, kids. They have given you the number and you have to write that number in the words. Okay, this is also a homework for you. Okay, now the next thing which comes is grouping and counting the objects. So they have given you one small story. With that they are trying to explain you this. Okay, so what happens here is there are two kids. Okay, they are counting individually each coins. Okay, then they get some count. So Gauramma and Gauramma is this woman, and Radha and Ramu, these are two children. These children are counting the coins. Okay, at the end they will get some number, and those numbers are not matching. Okay, Ramu says there are 97 coins, and Radha says there are 98 coins. So Gaurama says instead of counting one by one, you can make a pile of 10 coins. Okay, she said to make a group of 10 coins. Okay, then we can come to know. Like that, kids. Here if you see, these are the group of 10 coins. So how many group of 10 coins are there? This is one group, this is second group, third group, fourth group, fifth group, sixth group, seventh group, eighth group, ninth group, right? So the first question they are given, like how many piles of 10 coins are there? The answer is 9. Then remaining, how many are left now? These are 6 coins. So kids, there are group of 9 of 10 coins, right? So you have to multiply it. So 9 tens are 90 coins, plus how many coins are left? 6. So total count will be 96. Clear with that? So this 96, if we divide this, how can we divide? We can make a group of tens. How many groups of tens? 9 groups of tens, right? Then 6 units. Clear with that? So here they have given 9 tens are there, then 6 units are there. If you combine them, you are going to get 96. Understood? Now let us do the activity. We have to group the given objects into tens and units, and we have to fill in the box. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these are 10 in number, right? So how many groups of tens are there? This is one group, this is second group, third group, fourth group, right? There are 4 group of tens. So one group of 10 they have already completed. So there are 3 more lines on which you have to draw these leaves. So how many groups of tens are there? 4 tens are there, right? Then remaining is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those 7 you can draw here. Okay, clear with that? So how many units are there? 7 units are there. So total, if you combine 4 tens and 7 units, it will be 47. Clear with that? Then same way here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, these 10 balls you can group and draw it here. Then remaining is how many? 4. These you can draw it in this box. So how many groups of tens are there? Only one group is there. So write 1. And remaining how many balls are there? 4. Write it here. So 1 tens and 4 units. If you combine them, it will become how much? 14. Understood? Next here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is tens group, right? One tens group. The same with this will be the second tens group. So combiningly you have to draw them here. Then remaining is 5 that you can draw on this box. Okay. So how many groups of tens are there? 2 groups of tens. Then remaining 5 units are there, so it will be 25. Understood? The same way kids do the remaining. Okay. Now draw the number of objects for the given numbers in groups of tens and units as shown in the example. One example you can see kids here, 26 and a flower symbol they have given. So you have to divide them into tens and groups. So if you divide the number, how many tens are there? 2 tens and 6 units. So draw 2 tens flower, then remaining 6 flowers. Understood? No? Tens and units. The same way kids, here 19 is there. So what you are going to do? You have to divide this into tens and groups. So how many tens are there? 1 tens is there, and how many units? 9 units. Understood? So you have to draw 10 balls here first, then remaining how many? 9 balls on this side, right? Here draw 10 balls and here draw 9 balls. The same way here, second one square you have to draw how many? Like 44 is there. So if you divide that, how many tens you are going to draw? 4 group of tens you are going to draw, and remaining 4 units you are going to draw. Understood? Here you have to draw 4 tens group, then here remaining 4 squares individually you are going to draw. The same with 39, if I say 3 tens group and 9 units you are going to draw. Okay. The same way, think of the remaining two. How many tens and how many units you are going to draw. Then, writing the numerals in tens and units place. Now, kids, so when I here consider an example of a stick. So this is one stick that we call it as a 1 unit. Okay. If I have like 10 sticks, okay, these are 10 different units, right? One stick means 1 unit, 10 sticks means 10 units. This 10 units makes one group of 10. Hope you already got this. Yes, I already explained this. So now we have to count on abacus. Here are some beads, group them into tens and units. So here there are two places they are given, tens and units. So according to that we are going to place these beads. Okay, here the number is what? 54. So how many beads of 5 beads, and one more is 4 beads. Yes or no? So here 5 beads means each bead is of 10. Each beads is of 10. So if I have 5 means it will be 50. Then here each bead is of 1. So it will be 54. Okay. Okay. So now let us try to arrange the beads in tens and units place according to the given number. Okay. So 47 is the number, kids. Now in which place I am going to write 10, and so 47 is the number. So in which place I'm going to write 4 and 7? So 4 is at tens place, 7 is at units place. So according to that, I have to arrange the beads in tens and units now. So one bead which if I place in the tens means it will have a value of 10. If I place one bead in 10 units place means it will have a value of 1. Understood? So now how many beads should I place in tens? 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so like this, what does it mean? 4 tens, right? 4 tens. Then how many units? 7. So draw 7 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, like that you draw neatly. Okay, the same way, like I will tell you like how many beads you should draw. So here you should draw 5 beads at tens place, 9 beads at units place. Then for the third one, 7 beads at tens place, 7 beads at units place. And here 8 beads at tens place, 6 beads at units place. Okay. And fifth one, 6 beads at tens place, 5 beads at units place, and lastly 9 beads at tens place, 9 beads at units place. Clear with this? Then we have to match the following objects with the suitable place value chart by the drawing line. Okay, now here how many tens are there? 4 tens, no, how many tens? 3 tens are there. Okay, each pot is having 10 flowers. So how many tens are there? 3. Then how many units are there? 4. So it will be 3, 4. So where you can see 3, 4 here? This one, right? And kids, one more thing. So whenever you are writing a number, okay, so say you have written 12. So for doing any operation like addition, subtraction or anything, always you should start with units. Okay. Say for example 12 plus 5 you are doing. So you should always start adding from the units place. Okay. Addition, subtraction, anything if you're doing, you should start at the units place. That one thing you have to remember. Or like comparing also, you can start with first units. So if you see 1 2 3 4 5, so here at units place is 5. So where you can see 5 at units place? This one. So the answer will be this one. Directly you're getting right. Okay, then here there is no unit means what? 0. So where you can see 0 here? This one. So this will be the answer. And now here the last remaining is only this one, so you can match it like this. Understood? Now comes place value and face value. Okay, so I will explain. I have already explained this. Okay, so let me explain one more time here. 44 if you consider, so 4 is at units place and this 4 is at tens place. Okay, so kids, here something called as face value. Face value is nothing but the same number you're going to write. Okay, face value for this 4 will be 4 only. Yes, and this 4 this one also it will be 4, but there will be difference in the place value. Okay, for place value what you're going to do is the number multiply by the position. So it is at units place. Unit means 1. So 4 ones are 4. Okay, the same way second one, if I say this is 4, it is at tens place. So tens place means 10. 4 tens are 40. Right? Understood? The same thing they have explained here. Here also they have explained the same thing. Understood? This is all about place value they have given. So write the place value of the numbers in the given circle. So 4 means 40 is the place value and 9 means 9 is the unit value. Now the same we have to do for this. So 6 tens means 60 and 3 units means 3. 3 ones are 3. Then 3 tens means it is 30. 4 units means it is 4. Okay, then 7 tens means 70 and 7 units means 7. Okay, hope you can do these three. Yes. Now here, write the place value and face value of the encircled digit in each number given below. So in a number they have encircled a digit. That digit's place value and face value you have to write. Here 5 is at tens place, so its place value will be 50 and its face value will be 5, right? Now 7 is at which place? Tens place, so it will be 7 into 10, 70. Then the face value will be 7 only, right? Now 93, 3 is circled. 3 is at which place? It is at units place, so the place value will be what? 3 into 1, 3 ones are 3, and face value will be 3 only. Now again 4 is at units place, so you have to multiply this with the 1. 4 ones are 4, right? Then face value will be 4 only. The same with 98, again 8 is at units place. If you multiply 8 with 1, 8 ones are 8 and the face value will be 8 only. Then now 35, 3 is at tens place, so you have to multiply with 10. 3 tens are 30 and the face value will be 3 only. So remaining 3 you can do, right? Homework. Now write the place value of the red color digit. So here 9 is in red color, so 9 is at tens place, means 90. Then 6 is at units place, so the place value will be 6. Now here 5 is at tens place, it will be 50. Then 87, 8 is at tens place, it will be 80. The same 46, 6 is at units place, multiply with 1, 6 ones are 6. Then 77, 7 is also in units place, multiply with 1, 7 ones are 7. Then 54, 5 is at tens place, multiply with 10, it will be 50. Okay, multiplication, don't worry. Now if you don't know, don't worry. So simply what you have to write is, if it is tens means you have to write 10 in front of it. Okay, the same way here 96 means write 9 and write 10, that is what 90. Clear that? And here units place, so write the same number, 6 ones are 6 and here it is 1 tens are 10. Understood? You can also show tens and units on an abacus. Abacus has two sticks, one for tens and the other for units. Okay, this already we did, right? Write the place value of, so we have tried the place value of 9 here. So place value of 9 will be 90, right? Then the abacus, the place value of 7. So 7, here you can see 7 beats. So place value will be 7 because it is in units place, right? Now 8 they are asking. So 8 beats you can see here and those beats are at tens place. So place value will be 80, right? And now 2 beats you can see on units place and the place value will be 2. Okay. Write the place value in the given boxes. 5 in 59. So 5 is at tens place. So the place value will be 50. The same way here, 3 is at units place. So 3 ones are 3. Then 9, 9 ones are 9. 8 also 8 because all these are in units place. Then 1 in 13 means 1 is at tens group. So you have to write 10. Then 9 here also again it is in tens group, so 90. 2 is also in tens group, 20. 4 is also in tens group, 40. Okay. Fill in the boxes as shown in the example. 17 means 110, right? And 7 units. The same you have tried for the others. 28 means 2 tens, 8 units, right? 99 means 9 tens and 9 units. 62 means 6 tens, 2 units. Do the remaining 2. Okay. Now there are 2 tens in 25. Okay, like that. How many units are there in 37? Can you tell me, like, so how many units are there? 7, right? Then how many tens are there? How many tens are there? 5, right? Then here 6 tens. And here how many units are there? 9 units. Now in this number, how many tens and how many units are there? 9 tens, then 6 units. And in this number, 6 tens, 6 units. Okay. Now write the place value of the numbers encircled. So here the place value will be 1 and here place value is 50. And here the place value will be 7 units, means 7 only. 6 is at tens place, so 6 tens. Okay, so it will be 60. Then here 8 is at units place. 8 is units place and the place value will be 8. 9 is at tens place, so it will be 90. Then here 5 is at tens place, then it will be 50. Okay, now write in the expanded form. Okay, 3 means it is 30, then 2 means 2 at units place, 30 plus 2. The same way 5 means what you're going to write, it will be 50 plus 1 means 1, that is 50 plus 1. Now again 2 and 5 is there, how you're going to write it? 20 plus 5, and 39, 30 plus 9. Can you do the remaining 3? Write in short form. So 10 plus 1 will be 11. The same with 26. Write 2, then 6. Then 43. Write 4, 3. That is 43. Then this one 50 plus 7 will be write 5 and 7. 57. Then 70 and 9. It will be 7, 9. That is 79. Then 80 plus 8. Write 1, 8 and 1 more 8. It will be 88. Can you do the remaining 2? Okay. Okay, kids. So, still there are so many other concepts to be covered from this textbook, kids. Okay. I have already explained you the topics, but I am going to stop it here in the textbook. The remaining concepts in textbook, I am going to make one more video. There we are going to finish this lesson. Okay. Okay, kids. Okay. Till then, take care. Revise everything. Okay. Practice everything. Write the numbers. Okay, try to practice all type of problems given in your textbook. Okay, kids. Okay, then see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.